Hello students, welcome to the next session of economics. In class 9th we are doing the chapter poverty and today we'll discuss about the trend of poverty in India. Basically we'll try to understand the level of poverty in India at the different time periods and what is the current state of poverty in our country. So if we'll talk about the trends of poverty, so we have some states. Let's concentrate on that statistics and we'll discuss it. So now we can say in India the poverty trends are changing day by day, and let's see a statistics which is showing the details of the poverty trends in India. So as per Economic Survey 2002 and 3, there is a substantial decline in poverty ratio in India after the independence. In the year 1975, it reached to the 55%. In 1993, the India's poverty ratio is 36%. In 2000 year, we have improved it and it was 26%. And according to 2011 census, India's poverty ratio is 22% and estimated that in 2025 it will be below 10%. We have planned that. But what do you think? Is it possible? I guess that due to this coronavirus, it is not possible. We will be somewhere around 18% in GDP. In GDP's poverty. So if we're talking about the India, so we will not going to achieve the 10% only poverty. This is not going to reduce because in the corona time period, definitely the poverty level increase in India. So what we have target key to in the year 2025, we will reduce that poverty level only to the 10%. But it is now look difficult for us to attain due to this pandemic situation now. The next topic is we'll discuss the interstate disparities of poverty. Okay, we are well aware in the Bihar there is maximum number of poor are living, or that is one of the most poor country is state is India की सबसे poor जो state है that is Bihar. And if we'll talk about the wealthy states, the Goa or Maharashtra comes in the top, and they are also giving the maximum revenues in the total collection of revenues in our country. So what different states are doing, like in Bengal there is different state. So interstate disparity we can discuss. The proportion of poor people is not same in every state of India. Like Bihar and Odisha, there is poorest state and poverty ratio is 33.7%. But state like Kerala, Andhra and Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, West Bengal significantly decline their level of poverty. How they have declined that level? Reason is in Punjab and Haryana, high agricultural growth rate due to the proper implementation of Green Revolution. In Kerala, developed its human resources by investing more in education, and in West Bengal has reduced poverty by implementing land reforms. So now we have the reason ki why those states which perform better at the level of poverty in the country, what is the reason behind? So we have the clear reason for that. Here we can say the clear reasons are like the first reason, if we'll talk about the Punjab and Haryana, so high agricultural growth rate due to the proper implementation of green revolution is there. So these states started earning more and they become prosperous in this process. In Kerala, what Kerala did, the Kerala developed its human resource by investing more in education. We can observe that in the Kerala there is a maximum literacy rate in our country, and if the people are skilled, educated, trained, so they will get the better employment opportunities. They'll be settled in the better places. So next is West Bengal. So West Bengal has reduced poverty by implementing land reforms. They are utilizing the land in the best possible manner, and they reduce the level of poverty in the Bengal. The next states are which improve themselves or they reduce the poverty in their states are Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Reduce poverty by giving public distribution of food grains and subsidies on subsidies price. So by implementing this tool, this technique, they reduce their poverty level. And Gujarat and Maharashtra boost economic activities like manufacturing to reduce poverty. So we have 5 different examples in which the Indian states reduce their poverty, but still, as I said, कि still like the state of Chhattisgarh or Bihar are still facing the problem of poverty in their states, and they are one of the most poorest state. Yeah, we can say they are more poorer in comparison to the other states. Other states were also poor earlier, but day by day they improved themselves. Like some did the improvement in the field of agriculture, some did the improvement in their human resource through education, some did improvement in the land reforms, some did the improvement in the by in their states to reduce poverty by distributing food grains and subsidy price, and states have started the activities of manufacturing and the economic activities like banking, finance work, these activities, production activities. So they were able to reduce the poverty in their states. So reason we were having the different we can say the imbalance we have seen of different states, and how they have recovered from these problems we have discussed.
Now the sixth point is vulnerability. What is it? Do you think that the government may launch many facilities and the benefit of its facilities reach to everyone equally? I think no. The persons who are not able to achieve the benefit of those facilities comes under the vulnerable groups. The handicapped peoples. The government is announcing many schemes, many programs for these sections, but they are not able to get it. तो उन्हें उन तक वो प्रोग्राम्स और फैसिलिटीज़ पहुंच नहीं पाती हैं, उन्हें अवेयरनेस नहीं होती है, इसीलिए वो लोग मार्जिनलाइज रहते हैं, वल्नरेबल ग्रुप के अंदर आते हैं. लाइक देर आर मैनी फैसिलिटीज़ गवर्नमेंट इज़ प्रोवाइडिंग, बट दे आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ दैट. So due to this problem, they remain poor. Those sections remain poor. So what should be the uh, impact, and what should be the solutions? So we can say the vulnerable groups, we can discuss about them. So proportion of people below poverty line is not some in all social and economic groups, right? So in social group, most vulnerable to poverty are, we can divide them in two parts. And the vulnerable group का जो second है economic group, most vulnerable to poverty are, we have also divided them into two parts. तो जो vulnerable groups हैं, basically we can divide them in the social groups and the economic groups. In the social group of vulnerable people who are more poor, usually the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe people are the most poor in the society. And if we'll talk about the economic group, who comes under that section, the people belonging to the rural agricultural labor and the urban casual labor, they comes under this category. So now we'll compare them with the help of a schedule given in your NCERT book, which is explaining the vulnerability, like the average poverty of the country and the poverty of the persons who belongs to these vulnerable groups. So this is your book, and in this book you can see there is a graph given. Number one is 26% the average Indian poverty ratio, and if you'll see the scheduled tribes poverty ratio, so it is at the 51%, very high. ओवरऑल इंडिया की पोवर्टी का रेशियो है 26, बट इन ग्रुप्स का 51. अगेन अर्बन कैजुअल लेबरर्स का है 50%, रूरल एग्रीकल्चरल लेबरर्स का है 47%, एंड शेड्यूल्ड कास्ट का ये रेशियो है 43%, अ वेरी हाई परसेंटेज. सो ओवरऑल इंडियंस में इन तक फैसिलिटीज़, शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब्स तक, दे आर नॉट गेटिंग द प्रॉपर फैसिलिटीज़, दे आर स्टिल सफरिंग from the facilities of the government, and that is why still they are poor. So who are the more poor, who are the more vulnerable? The people belonging to the scheduled tribes specifically, and the urban casual laborers. They are the people who are suffering more than the everyone else in the country. Like normally every Indian, if we'll talk about, so the overall population in India which is suffering from that poverty, average Indian poverty ratio is 26. But if we'll discuss about the scheduled tribes people, or the urban casual laborers, or the rural agricultural laborers, they are suffering more. Their percentage is 51, 50 and 47. So they come under the social and economic group or categories which are more vulnerable. They are not getting the proper facilities, they are still suffering, and it's very difficult for them to survive. So straight in the next session we'll discuss how the whole world has reduced this poverty, and what is the status, like in China and in Southeastern Asian countries, in the next session.
So we have the global poverty scenario here. In China and Southeast Asian countries, successfully decline poverty due to rapid economic growth and investment on the human resource and development, health and education. So in the next class, in next week, we'll discuss about the global poverty scenario and how the different countries affecting what they are doing. We'll discuss. So, students, see you in the next session next week, and hopefully, we'll complete this chapter and I'll send you the notes of the same chapter. Okay, students, see you in next session.